All right, okay, take a look at this question. So the equation is given, or the function of x is given, okay? It's right here. And the function is a of x equals, or function of x, or the equation is a of x equals a plus x minus m times d, where a is a starting number, d is a common difference, x is the number of term. Okay, and we can go over this one by one when we solve a problem. All right, now let's go to the next slide, and this is a problem. Okay, so here so in the previous slide, what you want to do is that you want to find the 5th, 10th and 100th terms. Okay, so let's find the 5th term. I mean, before you find the 5th term, okay, let's write down the equation first. So when you look at this equation, I basically wrote down this equation, okay, from this slide. Okay, so when you look at this equation, you know that you know certain things in this equation. You know what a is, you know what x is, and you know what d is. Okay. So a is the starting number. Okay, the starting number here is 4. Okay, and x is the number of term. Okay, so when you find a of 5, x, when you find a of 5, x would be 5, right? X would be 5. Okay, when you find a of 10, x would be 10. And what is d? d is the common difference. So in this case, d is, what's the difference between 4 and 14? Okay, that's 10, right? And what's the difference between 14 and 24? That's again 10, right? Difference between 24 and 34, that's 10, right? So the common difference is 10. So d is 10. So let's write down what we know. A equals 4, D equals 10. Okay, they're not going to change. We don't know what m is. We need to find what m is. So in order to find the value of m, what we can do is that, first, okay, I think the recording got interrupted. Let me take a step back and let me go over what I already went over. Here we know that a equals 4 and d equals 10, okay, because d is the common difference. So we don't know what the value of m is, and x changes. When you find the 5th term, the value of x is 5. When you find the 10th term, the value of x is 10, okay? But we don't know what the value of m. So first thing is to find the value of m. And there's an easy way to find the value of m. So let's find a of 1. Okay, and you know what a of 1 already. A of 1 is, right? It's 4. So in order to find the value of m, what we can do is that we can find the value of a of 1 first, because we already know the value of a of 1. The value of a of 1 is 4, right? Or you can even find the value of a of 2, okay? Because then we have only one unknown in this equation, which is going to be m, right? Okay, so let's find the value of a of 1. Okay, a of 1 equals a is 4, x is 1, okay, we don't know what m is, times d is 10, but we already know that a of 1 equals 4, right? A of 1 equals 4, we already know that. So 4 equals 4 plus 1 minus m times 10. Okay, so all we have to do here in this case is that substitute a of 1 with 4, right? And then substitute the value of a and d in this equation, correct? That's all we got to do here. So when we do that, we can solve for m, correct? So we can find the value of m. That's the first step. So let's do this. So 4 equals 4 plus, here 1 times 10 is 10. Let me write it properly. 1 times 10 is 10 minus 10m. So that is 4 equals 14 minus 10m. Yeah, so you divide both sides with 14, you'll get 4 by 14. Actually, no, not dividing both sides with 14. Actually, subtracting 14 from both sides. That's what I'm doing here. So you'll get 4 minus 14 is negative 10. Negative 10. So you get 4 minus 14 equals negative 10. And on the right hand side, you will get 14 minus 14 equals 0. 0 and 0 minus 10 now, meaning just 10 now, right? So you get, let me write it down on this side. You get negative 10 equals negative 10m. So you can divide both sides with, negative 10. So divide. So you will get 1 on the left hand side and m on the right hand side. So the value of m is 1. So you already know the value of a and d, and now you know the value of m, which is 1. So using the value of a, d and m, I mean, because you know the value of a, d and m, you can apply the value of a, d and m in this equation, and you can find a of 5, a of 10 and a of 100. That's pretty simple. So let's do that. Let's go to the next slide and let's do that. So let's go forward to this slide. Okay, so all I did here is that I just wrote down the original equation from the question, and I wrote down the values of a, m and d. We already knew the value of a and d, and we found out the value of m. That's the first step in solving this problem. Okay, so now let's go ahead and find out a of 5. So a of 5 would be a plus 5 minus 1 times d. that would be a of 5 equals, I mean you already know what a is. A equals 4 plus 5 minus 1 is 4 times 10. So that would be a of 5 equals 4 plus 40, that's 44. So a of 5 is 44. So that's the fifth term. Okay. So the fifth term is 44. So now let's find the 10th term. Okay. So all I did here in this whiteboard is that, or in this slide is that, I just wrote down the original equation from the previous slide or the question, and also the values of a, m and d. Okay, so now let's find a of 10. A of 10 would be a equals 4 plus 10 minus 1 times 10. So when you solve that, you will get a of 10 equals 94. That's the 10th term. Okay. So similarly, you can find the 100th term. Okay. All right. So I'm not doing the a of 100, but you get the idea. So we already found a of 5 and a of 10. And similarly, you can find a of 100 as well. Okay. Thank you.